Another third down. They can still pick up the first without getting into the end zone. The fade to the back of the end zone is caught. What an amazing grab by Colin Lagasse for the touchdown.
I'm Lane Zeben. Thanks for joining us on Owl Vision and the Rice IMG Sports Network. It's the Purdue Boilermakers visiting Houston for just the third time in the last 15 years. This series is split between the two teams, and the Rice Owls are trying to avenge a loss to the University of Houston from Wednesday. They got an excellent start from Matt Dittman, who went 7 1/3. He gave up just 4 hits and 1 run, and he retired 17 batters in a row through the second and 8th innings before he was taken out.
Jenkins gets the ball underneath, puts back a fadeaway jumper, and Mbakwe there to pick up the trash.
Let's introduce you a little further to Roger Clemens. We told you that he pitched with the Boston Red Sox primarily throughout his career, but he's most known for winning 2 championships with the New York Yankees, and some say his best years might have been with the Toronto Blue Jays when he won back-to-back Cy Young awards. The 0-2. Down the middle, strike 3. Sing back to the dugout with his head hung low. Roger Clemens with his first K. He's retired the first 4 he's faced to start this ball game.
Welcome upstairs to our broadcast position here in downtown Houston as we get ready for the opening match of 2014. I'm Lane Zeben, joined by the keeper, Jin Cooper. Noyola. Elston on the turn. Elston with a right-footed shot. Saved by Angerer. Starting quarterback Chucky Keaton went down with a lower leg injury. Keaton came into the game against BYU second in the country in touchdown passes, but on this third down play, keep an eye on Keaton's left knee. The sold-out crowd went silent. Keaton down in pain. He tore his ACL and his MCL. The heart and soul of the Aggies is now staring at an 8-month recovery. So Keaton took to Twitter later that night. I want to thank everyone for their support. Small setback, but nothing will get in the way of this team prospering.
Today, we get to see Jordan Stevens make his second start of the year. He picked up the W against Stanford on opening day. He'll go up against Patrick Kinney, who's making his first collegiate start for the Boilermakers. It's Big Ten versus Conference USA when we return for more of the pregame show on the Rice IMG Sports Network.
Speaking of some of those international players, the captain, the one wearing the armband, is Erin McLeod, the Canadian international who leads this team in number of caps. What's so special about her? Why did her team vote her as the captain?
Well, Erin has more experience than anyone else on this team, not only internationally, but also playing professional ball.
I welcome my partner, Aaron Taylor, to the broadcast booth. Aaron, what does Utah State have to do to stay in contention the rest of the season, and what does this do for the Mountain West Conference?
Well, this thing could blow up wide open because the reality is the key to tonight's game is winning, because the winner of tonight's game is going to be in control of their own destiny for the Mountain West Conference. For Boise State, they particularly need a win, Lane, because they already have one loss against Fresno State.
Welcome to San Francisco and AT&T Park, home to baseball San Francisco Giants. Today we see a Pac-12 and Big Ten clash. It's Illinois taking on UCLA in the Kraft Fight Hunger Bowl. Up the California coast come the Bruins and interim head coach Mike Johnson. From the Midwest, the Fightin' Illini and interim head coach Vic Koenig. 2 teams in transition are hoping to end on a high note in this city by the bay. This is how both teams got here. Incredibly, Illinois started 6-0, then lost their final 6 games. They fired head coach Ron Zook. UCLA lost to Oregon in the conference championship. They still fired head coach Rick Neuheisel. Both teams looking ahead to the new year.
Kobe Clemens stands in on the right side. He swung at the first pitch last time. Swings at the first one this time, takes it down the left field line, and it lands fair. Right on the chalk, and it kicks around in the corner. And what could be his final at-bat as a Sugar Land Skeeter in his only game, he doubles down the left field line.
Middleton on the left, Horn on the right, the 2 fullbacks. And it goes to Middleton, and he's in the end zone for the first Cedar Park points of the evening. His 7th touchdown on the season rushing. Chris Peterson and the Broncos bust in from Boise, invading Logan for a Mountain West battle against Utah State. Sophomore running back Jay Ajayi has carried the load on the ground. He already has 8 rushing touchdowns. Quarterback Joe Southwick is 3rd in the country in completion percentage for this high-octane Broncos offense. But Utah State has the top-ranked defense in the Mountain West, led by senior linebacker Jake Dowdy. It's been 16 years since Utah State beat Boise State. Is tonight the night the streak comes to an end? Turned by Jackson. Over to the right wing. This is Oaks. One-on-one with Morrow. Sends it in. Trapped by Jackson. Shot! Just high over the crossbar once again. Back to within a 1-point game. Team USA ahead 2019. Denman. They'll swing it around the horn. Abromaitis from his favorite spot hits back iron, but ball wisely played up top. And this time, Gibbs makes him pay.
But there are some bright spots for both of these squads. First, for the Fighting Illini, they have the Ted Hendricks Award winner at the defensive end position, Whitney Merciless.
Whitney Merciless has been special this season, to say the least. He has 9 forced fumbles. Remember, UCLA as a team has just 6 this year, and he's really self-made. Over the first 2 years in Champaign, just 2 sacks. This year, 14.5 to pace all the FBS. He's relentless in his engine, and you will see it today both versus the run and the pass.
Number 85, somebody to look for the Fighting Illini. But on the other side of the ball for the UCLA Bruins, Jonathan Franklin, who's really been their bright spot.
A model of consistency, over 10 100-yard games in his career.
This one knocked into left. It's a gapper. Off the middle of the wall, Washington's going to score easily. She rounds third and slides into home safe. Taylor Thom puts the Longhorns on the board here early on in the first, 1-0 Texas.
Portland Thorns FC, Houston Dash coming up with kickoff right after this. Aaron, it's been 12 years since Boise State lost a game in the month of October, but Utah State hasn't lost a conference home game yet. Who will crack first when we return?
San Francisco, California, Illinois versus UCLA next.